So hi guys, this is the Devops mock interview day 37. Okay, we have already completed 36 mock interviews. Whoever watching this video on the YouTube channel, you can go and check out in the YouTube channel where you can find the playlist. There you can able to check DevOps interview question and answers. There I have already uploaded 36 mock interviews. So please like this video. If I get at least 40 likes on this video, I will definitely going to upload the next mock interview. If not, I will not going to record this mock interview because I am taking my time out of my working hours. So it's an easy task for you just for liking the video. Anyway, you open this video for some purpose. So when you want to love the video, just give a like so that even if you are not interested, someone who are interested to watch this mock interview, it will be recommended to them. It will help them not only for you, even for them. So please like this video. Okay, I will wait some time. Right, my candidate going to join in this mock interview. And one more thing, you can see here a mobile number will be displayed, right? If anyone in your friend circle or in your family, whoever looking for DevOps real-time training. Hi Hemant. So let's wait for 2 minutes, Hemant. Then after we will start. Okay.
Okay, Pawan.
Sure.
I will just watch the interviews. But
No issues. No issues.
yeah,
I can understand.
yeah.
Yeah. Hi, NCT.
Hi.
Yeah. So whoever watching this video on YouTube channel, so please like this video so that we will get motivation to continue. And whoever looking for real-time training, so you can contact me via WhatsApp and you can attend the real-time classes. Okay. And Anisati, can you please introduce yourself?
Thank you given this opportunity. My name is Aniseti, a DevOps engineer with 5 years of experience, currently working 3Tech Software Private Limited in Kondapur, Hyderabad. My skill set including extensive expertise in AWS for cloud infrastructure management and Git for version control. I'm well versed in continuous integration and deployment using Jenkins along with build automation through Maven. I have experience with code quality like security tools, SonarQube, and JFrog, as well as configuration management using Ansible. In the realm of containerization, I work with Docker and Kubernetes for orchestrating and scaling applications. My proficient in infrastructure as a code demonstrated through my use of Terraform. Additional, I'm shell scripting to automate tasks, utilize these Prometheus and Grafana for monitoring and visualization. My background equips me to drive efficient and reliable DevOps practice in any dynamic environment. That's it from my side.
So Hemant, how was his introduction?
Yeah, it's very confident, and he's very sure about what things he's doing. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Hi Rishabh, can you please introduce yourself? So Anisati, like your introduction was good. So you started from the same pitch and ended with the same pitch, but in between there is some lags. You can improve that. Okay. Apart from that, it's okay.
Okay.
So, sir, am I audible to you now?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. Let me introduce myself. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Hello, my name is Amrishav Kumar. I am having 4.5 years of experience, especially in AWS and DevOps, with a total of 5.9 years in the IT field. In my current role, I have been extensively working with various tools and technologies that are pivotal to DevOps practices. For version control, I have hands-on experience with Git and GitHub. Uh, for continuous integration and deployment, I leverage Jenkins to automate and streamline the build and deployment process. In configuration management, I utilize Ansible to automate and manage configurations across different environments. For containerization, I work with Docker to create and manage containers. I use Kubernetes for orchestrating these containers in scalable and efficient manner. On cloud front, I am well versed with services to deploy applications within the ecosystems. Lastly, I monitor and visualize application performance and system health using Prometheus and Grafana. I am excited about the opportunity to bring my expertise to our team and contribute to delivering robust and scalable solutions. This is all about my introduction.
So Hemant, how was his introduction? Rishabh, I will give you the feedback. Let's first take the feedback of Hemant, then after I will give. Okay.
Yes, sure.
Uh, yeah, hi Pawan. It was very I think fast he has introduced. I guess I hardly get the things. So and also he mentioned a lot of things in his introduction. It is quite out of my knowledge about that.
Okay. So compared to Aniseti and Rishabh, which introduction you liked?
Yeah, it was Anisetti's, but was good, I guess.
Okay. Rishabh, I will completely disagree with Hemant. Okay. So whatever you have done, it was perfect. I was impressed. So you mentioned all the DevOps tools whichever required right now in the market.
Okay, sure.
So this
Thank you.
all tools is required and your introduction, I was impressed a lot. It's okay, you are fast. I need fast itself. Then only opposite person will get to know, right?
Yes.
So whatever you are delivered, it's perfect. It's up to the mark. And I'm expecting this introduction from long. But today you have break that record. I'm very much satisfied. I will provide you the project, right? How to explain the project script as well. So because you are perfect in introduction part, so you just text me your project name which you want to keep and some details. Accordingly, I will prepare a script for you. Okay, and
Okay.
you can explain the same in the interview.
Okay, sir. Sure, sir.
So in the
Sure.
next
Thank you
interview,
very much.
whenever I ask you introduction, you just tell the introduction part, complete that. Then after you should explain your project as well.
Okay, sure. Sure,
In the
sir.
mock,
Sure.
explain. In real time interview, you don't explain. When they ask, then explain.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Yes, I will follow that.
Okay. So today is the final mock interview in Docker. Okay, we already completed how many questions? 35 questions on Docker. There, I told you that every tool we will have 50 questions. Now 15 questions are pending. After this, we will start Kubernetes. Okay, and
Yes, definitely.
already, if you go and check in my YouTube channel, I will share my screen. Okay, you can able to see my screen, right?
Yes, sir. Your screen
Yes,
is visible.
yes.
Okay,
Yes, it is visible.
so just search for DevOps easy. So Hemant, like you two need to participate in the mocks, not now, after completing course.
Sure, Pawan, yeah, definitely.
So if you go to playlist section, there you can find Docker interview question and answers, right? I will just click on view full playlist. Okay. Now three mock interviews are there. Now I will upload today's mock interview as well. Okay. Whoever watching this video on YouTube, right? Please like this video. If I get 40 likes, I will upload the next mock interview. So that you can, this four mock interviews is enough to crack any question on Docker. Okay. And if you
Okay, sure.
see Jenkins full playlist, I already uploaded 6 videos. This 6 videos is more than enough to crack any interview question on Jenkins. Okay. We have discussed about AWS EC2. This six questions, this six mock interviews is more than enough to crack any interview question on AWS EC2 service. Okay. Coming to AWS S3,
Yes.
I will upload one more mock today on AWS. Okay, so that AWS S3 will be also covered.
Yes.
AWS EC2 we have already covered, right? So if you see, yeah, I already shown. Sorry for that. S3, and if you want all mock interviews together, so where is DevOps interview question and answers? Okay, if someone missed, you can watch from day one whatever the mock interviews we have discussed up to 37. Okay, you can see the 37, but it is 36 because we have divided one mock interview into two days. That's the reason you will get one extra video. So now I will open my notepad. Okay, first question, what are the best practices for securing Docker images? Second question, how do you implement role-based access control in Docker? Third question, explain how you would secure inter-container communication in Docker. Nothing but from one container to another container, how you will maintain the communication in Docker. So fourth question, how do you handle Docker container vulnerability in production? How do you handle Docker container vulnerabilities in production? So fifth question, what is Docker Content Trust? How does it enhance container security? I will repeat the question again. What is Docker Content Trust and how does it enhance container security? Sixth question, how do you use Docker with cloud platforms like AWS or GCP? How do you use Docker with cloud platforms like AWS or GCP? Am I audible, right?
Yes, you're audible.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, you're audible.
So we already completed six questions, but no one was trying to answer. I thought my voice is not audible. Okay, I will go to next question. So what is the role of Docker Hub in Docker ecosystem? I will repeat the question again. What is the role of Docker Hub in Docker ecosystem?
Docker Hub mainly stores the images that we create using Docker file.
Super, you are right. We will push that images to the Docker Hub. Docker Hub is nothing but a registry. You are right.
Yes,
So
sir.
explain how Docker integrates with CI/CD tools.
Yeah, we are using from Jenkins tool
Super,
with
you are
support
right.
on Docker.
Yes, what we will do, we will install Docker plugin, we will
Plugins.
configure it, and we will use
Yes.
Jenkins, and we will like that, we will integrate. Super, you are right, Ansati. So, how would you implement a blue-green deployment strategy using Docker? So, Ansati, yesterday we already discussed. Okay,
Yes.
so you need to answer this. Yesterday we already discussed what is this blue-green deployment.
Yeah, blue green deployment, and we create on one server blue, and another one server is green. And first one server we run to on blue,
Super, yes. Yeah, go ahead.
and another one is green.
Okay,
So First information, example, CI information will store on blue, CD information store on green.
No, I don't know. Rishabh, do you know?
Uh, like to my knowledge, blue green deployment means that like blue is the existing state of code, whereas green is the updated state of code.
Super.
So once the code updating is done, we route the traffic to green deployment.
So Anisette, you got it?
Yes,
But you are telling CA and CD. Did I said this to you? CA and CD?
no, no.
So why you are adding new things? I clearly said yesterday and I've shown you the diagram image as well. Blue nothing but one environment, green nothing but one environment. In blue you will get the traffic. In green you will work on new updates, new versions. So once it is ready, and I've taken the real life example as well, right? I've taken the shop, t-shirt shop. I don't know like how, and I already updated the recording in the YouTube channel as well. I don't know did you check it or not. If you are like this, right, it will creates a problem for you. In the real time, like in interview, they will ask what are the deployment strategies you are following in your company. Then what you will tell if you don't know, even after explaining clearly, it's up to you. I cannot do anything. So what are Docker plugins? How are they used?
Yeah, Docker plugins and once we create on Jenkins tool and we use on plugins, Docker plugin.
So how do you troubleshoot slow Docker performance? Nothing but Docker container was very slow. Docker, whatever it is running. So how you will troubleshoot that?
We check on Docker logs.
Super, you are right.
So once and issue we rectify that.
Yes. So we will check the answers as well. Okay. But you are right. So what would you do if a Docker container consumes excessive CPU and or memory? Yesterday we have already discussed. For Docker and CPU we can have the limits, right? So what would you
Yeah.
do if a Docker container consumes excessive CPU or memory? We can keep the CPU and memory limit for the container while creating the container. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
How do you clean up unused Docker resources, images, containers, or volumes? This is a simple question. How do you clean up unused Docker resources? Explain how to handle Docker image layer caching during builds. Explain how to handle Docker image layer caching during builds. It's okay if you are not able to answer in the mock interviews, it's totally okay. But when I upload this video on YouTube, go and check out and prepare by seeing the mock interview so that in the next interview, whenever they ask, again repeat the same question, what is the deployment strategies, what is blueprint deployment, you need to, in a situation you need to answer. Oh, it's okay, this is the mock interview, you will fail. After uploading the video still you are not watching and upskilling, it will not, you will not have any impact because you are taking your time and attending mock interviews. That is one of the best job you are doing. But whatever time you are investing, you need to have some value. What are some common issues you have faced with Docker in production, and how would you resolve them? So this is also, so what are the issues you have got in Docker, right? In that too in production environment. This is a real-time question. In every interview, definitely they will ask what are the challenges you have faced. Okay, tell me what you have done. One of the major problem, right? Like that they will ask in the interview. You can mention this point, right?
Yes, we failed on Docker
Yes.
containers.
Honestly, like you are just you are not answering the question. You are just telling, and you are just stopping. It Rishabh, do you getting his answers?
Uh, he is not completing the sentences.
Yeah.
He is breaking it.
If you like this, right, Anushati, opposite person will get irritated and they will get angry because you are just not completing it and you are telling, yeah, we will use Docker container. That's it. You need to complete the sentence. You need to explain how the opposite person will get to know. So shall we check the answers?
Okay.
So first question is, what are the best practices for securing Docker images? Okay, use minimal base images. Nothing but we need to use the minimum, like very less size of Docker images, thin images. Scan images for vulnerabilities using tools like Trevi. Okay, avoid running container as a root user and ensure images are signed and verified using Docker Content Trust. So how do you implement role-based access control in Docker? We cannot able to implement role-based access control in Docker, but there is a Docker Enterprise version. Okay, implement RBAC by integrating Docker with orchestrators like or Kubernetes you can able to implement or Docker Enterprise where RBAC is natively supported. So define roles and permissions to control access to Docker resources. Okay, normally in Docker you cannot able to set up a role-based access control, but in Docker Enterprise there is a inbuilt feature. You can use the Docker Enterprise or you need to shift to Kubernetes. Explain how would you secure inter-container communication in Docker. So use Docker networks with encryption or we can use overlay network, right? I have expected this, but no one.
Yes, I was about to say overlay network, but for some time I got like it is a network between pods. That was the reason I stopped myself.
Network between pods.
Yes,
Who said?
like I was getting some thought like that. That was the reason in confusion, I stopped. I did not answer anything.
No, like what is a pod?
Like it is like smallest unit of deployment.
I know that.
Yes,
I'm not asking you the definition. I'm asking you what is a pod. I know the definition.
yes.
What you have understood of pod?
Uh, it is used for storing the containers.
Storing the containers? You are
Yes,
you are right. Inside this pod, our container will be running.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
So what is a house? Do you know? I'm not asking any real time, right? I'm asking the real life example. What is a
Yes.
house?
House is a place where we live.
Yeah. So pod is a place where Docker lives. Container will live.
Okay, okay,
So pod is just protecting container. That's it.
okay. Sure.
At the end, the communication will happen in between the containers itself. Pod is just
Yes,
a
yes.
layer of
Uh,
protection.
okay, sure.
So for that we will use overlay network for
What is
communication.
that? Okay,
So and we will set up some firewall rules on and network policies to restrict traffic between containers. right? Who need to allow, who should not allow. We will be having a security, right? Nothing but watchman in our apartment, where he will not allow everyone. Okay, like that. Yeah, whenever you learn in some anything, compare with your daily life, then only will get the understanding.
Yes.
How do you handle Docker container vulnerabilities in production? We regularly scan Docker images for vulnerabilities, keep base images and packages up to date, okay, and use security patches. Consider implementing automated vulnerability scanning as part of CI/CD pipeline. That's what you will do in the production environment. What is Docker Content Trust? How does it enhance container security? So Docker Container Trust enables the signing of images to ensure their integrity. It allows only trusted images to be pulled and run, preventing tampering and ensuring that only authorized images are deployed. Oh, okay, only official images, not like for suppose if I created my own images in my Docker Hub account, so that type of images Docker Container Trust will not be allowed. It will only allow the verified images which is from official companies. Okay, how do you use Docker with cloud platforms like AWS or GCP? So use Docker with cloud platforms by integrating with their container service like Amazon ECS. I have expected no one was answered. EKS or Google GKE. Deploy Docker images from registries like Amazon ECR, right? Elastic Container Registry we have, or Google Container Registry. In the place of Docker Hub, we can use GCE, right? Or ECR. So what is the role of Docker Hub in Docker ecosystem? Docker Hub is a public registry for sharing and discovering Docker images. It hosts official community and private repositories, providing a central place for storing and distributing Docker images. Explain how Docker integrates with CI/CD tools. Docker integrates with CI/CD tools like Jenkins, GitLab, or Travis CI to build, test, and deploy Docker images. These tools can automate Docker tasks like image building, pushing to registries, and deploying containers. So we have did this or not using Jenkins. We have created a Docker image. We have pushed it to a registry. Yes or no?
Yes, we did it.
So I have expected this. How would you implement a blue-green deployment strategy with using Docker? So implement blue-green deployments by running two identical environments, blue and green, with Docker containers. Route traffic to green environment after deployment and switch back if issues arise. What are Docker plugins and how are they used? Docker plugin extend Docker functionalities, providing additional capabilities like volume drivers, network drivers, or logging services. They can be installed and managed using Docker plugin command. Okay. Plugin nothing but it's not a Jenkins plugin. I have asked you Docker plugin. Okay. What are the drivers we have? Network drivers, volume drivers. These are the comes under plugins. How do you troubleshoot slow Docker container performance? Troubleshoot by checking resources usage, using Docker stats, optimizing Dockerfile instructions, using proper resource limits, analyzing application logs, and ensuring the host system is not overloaded. So what would you do if a Docker container consumes excessive CPU and memory? You can keep the limits right. Set resource limit using memory and CPU. Monitor container performance with Docker stats and optimize the application or its configuration to reduce resource usage. How do you clean up unused Docker resources? So Docker system prune is a command, okay, to clean up unused images. I have expected this, but no one answered. Containers, volumes, okay, nothing but what it will do, it will delete the unused images or unused volumes, whatever it may be. If you want to delete only image, Docker image prune is a command. If you want to delete only unused volumes, Docker volume prune. Explain how to handle Docker image layer caching during builds. Docker cache image layers during builds to speed up subsequent builds. Optimize the Docker file to minimize changes in layers. that changes frequently so that Docker can reuse cache layers. Nothing but you should not use multiple state instructions in Docker file. You need to reduce the use of multiple instructions. Like for suppose you should not use run two times. If you have two commands, run on single run instruction. Like that you can able to optimize your Docker file. So that if you optimize the Docker file, automatically the image size will be reduced and image layers is also reduced. So what are the some common issues you have faced with Docker in production, and how did you resolve them? So common issues includes image bloat, networking problems, resource exhaustion, scaling challenges, right? Resolution involve optimizing images, troubleshooting networks, setting resource limits, and using orchestration tools like Kubernetes. You can mention due to some resource issues, I've deleted the unused images using Docker system prone, right? Like that you can mention.
Sir, okay, but one doubt, sir.
Yes,
What does this image bolt mean?
sorry.
Image, image bolt, image bolt.
Docker image bolt
Yes,
not
sir.
it's.
Yes, yes. Sorry. Bolt.
So quite often your simple Docker file could be contributing to large increase and your final image size. So there are several disadvantages to having large image. Okay, you will make Docker bloat to reduce the size. So check if you have the most optimized base image suitable for your application. So reduce line of instruction. You can use the multi-stage builds. Use Docker ignore. So Docker image bloat is a strategy where you will reduce the size of the image. Okay,
Okay, yes.
where you will reduce line of instruction, which I said, right? If you don't use multiple run instructions, add end and execute the command in only one instruction. Or you can use multi-stage builds, or use Docker ignore files so that you can ignore some files which is unnecessary.
Okay,
Okay, I will share this URL, okay, in the class notes as well. So refer here. Okay, now if
yes.
I go here, so if you see, if you click on this, you will directly go to that particular website. Okay,
Yes. Thank you.
so I will stop the recording right now.